Hi, I'm Dan Hernandez. I'd like to welcome you to this week's episode of Sport Fishing. Well, today we're back in the beautiful East Cape fishing at a hotel, Buena Vista, down here in Los Boreales. And what we're going to be doing right now is we're slow trolling, looking for Dorado. Might go inside a little closer for roosterfish. Then later in the episode, we're going to go offshore, go look for some marlin. And fishing with me today from Idaho is Randy. How you doing, Randy? And he won a contest from the Game Saver people, one of my sponsors, to come down here to the East Cape, fish with me and be on an episode. So hopefully we're going to put him on some billfish, some Dorado. You never know what to expect. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing. Welcome to Sport Fishing with Dan Hernandez. This week's episode of Sport Fishing is brought to you by Turner's Outdoorsman for all your hunting and fishing needs, by Magic Metal Jigs and B52 Bucktail Jigs, by Yamaha, reliability starts here, by Kershaw, and by Dan Hernandez Baja Style Fish Batter. Found this big school of bait. We're hoping to find some Dorado on it. So far, it's just been small tuna, bullet tuna. Every once in a while, we catch these out of San Diego, and sometimes up in LA, but down here, they make great bait for the marlin. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep a couple of these. This is a bullet tuna, what it looks like. They're not really good to eat, but it's part of the tuna family. I'm sure this is the kind of fish that they use for dog food, cat food, stuff like that. So we're go ahead and keep a couple of them. So that's all we're gonna do, just catch a couple of these. And, you know, it's early morning, so what we're doing right now is just trying to find some Dorado, trying to get Randy a little experience. And for his very first time down in Baja, he's just got his first tuna. Not a prize tuna, but he can go home and tell his friends he caught a tuna. So. It's like getting a little rainbow trout there in Idaho.
Yeah.
Randy's on his first Dorado ever. He's got a nice one going. Ate his sardina. We saw the fish swimming around. We couldn't get him to bite. Wouldn't eat the big bait, so a little tiny sardina, and he ate it. I'm just trying to coach Randy through this. So you go lift up, wind down. Wind down a little lower, lift up. Now wind down, wind down. You don't want to be turning the handle as you're lifting. Just like that, nice and easy. This is the fun part. You got to open your mouth, breathe, relax. There you go.
After losing so many.
Yeah, well, this is a lot bigger fish than the ones we've been losing. He's right, we've lost already about 7 Dorado today. But this is the biggest one we've hooked so far. This is a nice fish here. Even though it's a Dorado, normally you think Dorado jumping a lot. This is a bigger boy, so he's hanging down deep, trying to run away from us. Randy's doing a good job, he's taking his time. Skipper's maneuvering the boat. That first run, the fish took a lot of line. So, take your time. He's gonna jump right now, he's coming up. Coming toward the surface. He's gonna jump right here, straight back. There you go. Just now lift the rod up. Lift, 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 lift. Stop. Okay, see line's coming off? Don't bother winding. You just woke him up. So now he's gonna run for a little bit longer. Now lift up, wind down. Stop, lift up, wind down. Wind, 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 wind. As soon as you lower that rod tip, you're turning the handle, okay? Okay, now as you lower the rod, turn the handle at the same time. Okay, now lift up. Beautiful fish. Now these ones really important. You don't lift the fish out of the water. Just bring it back to the deckhand. He'll grab the leader. You got light lines, so we don't want to pull on it too hard. There you go. There we go. Nice fish. One more time. Keep his head coming up. There you go. Nice fish. Don't let him point his head down. He'll be there for another hour. Keep his head coming up. There you go. There you go. One more time, one more time. Okay. There you go. That's a big Dorado. Okay, this is Randy's very first Dorado. In Hawaii, they're called mahi-mahi. In Florida, they call them dolphin fish. It's a delicious fish, great fish to catch. Nice trophy, man.
Thank you.
We lost about 9 little ones and finally got the big one. That's a nice quality fish. And great trip. How are you liking it so far down here?
This is awesome.
Yeah, a little bit different than those rainbow trout you're used to.
It is.
Well, we're going to take a little break from the action here in the East Cape and go to the galley and show you how to cook up a delicious dish on one of these fish, one of these beautiful Dorado that we're catching today down here at beautiful Hotel Buena Vista Beach Resort. Beautiful place down here in the East Cape. Okay. Awesome. This week, the galley is brought to you by Dan Hernandez Baja Style Fish Batter Mix. Great for fish and all seafood. This week in the galley, we're down in beautiful Hotel Buena Vista Beach Resort. And next to me is Felipe. Felipe, thanks for having us back.
Hey, thank you.
And
thank
what
you,
is
welcome.
it? Who's our chef today?
Freddie Medel is our chef here at Hotel Buena Vista, and he's gonna make us a ceviche and a carpaccio out of tuna.
All right, cool.
Right.
How do we get started?
First, we have a fillet of Dorado that he cut it in small square pieces and chopped, actually. He's gonna put it on a plate where he's gonna combine for different things, no? It's a different way of doing ceviche, this one that you're gonna see.
Okay. Dorado ceviche sounds good.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Le ponemos poquita sal, pimienta.
Salt with pepper. Put some lemon on it to cook it.
Yeah, because with ceviche, that's what you're going to be using mainly to cook is the lemon and lime.
The Dorado that we're using today is the one you cut today.
Oh, okay, great. You can already see it changing color.
Exactly.
In the lime.
Luego ponemos tomate cherry de los dos colores.
Then we're gonna use cherry tomatoes, both colors.
Ponemos unas hebras de cebolla morada,
Red
onion.
cebolla blanca,
White onions.
cebollín,
Cebollín is
It's a green onion at the very top of it.
yes,
Right.
the small one.
jengibre fresco,
Ginger.
Oh, ginger. Okay.
unas perlas de aceite de ajonjolí,
Oh, sesame oil.
Sesame oil. Okay.
aceite de olivo,
And then olive oil,
vinagre de arroz,
rice vinegar,
y salsa soya.
and a little bit of
Soy sauce.
Told you it was different.
Yeah, a lot of sauces. And just kind of blend this all up. And this is the finished dish, what it would look like after it's been in the refrigerator. I gotta try this. So normally this would be like 15, 20 minutes in the refrigerator?
Uh-huh. And all this type of dishes are one we can serve you here at the hotel after your day of fishing.
Yeah, and this is a fish that we caught today.
Uh-huh. Correct.
It's very good.
Different, no?
Yeah,
Really
it's
good.
a Dorado ceviche dish. I've never had Dorado ceviche, and I didn't know that would be good. My glasses.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Felipe.
Yeah, you're welcome then.
And like Felipe said, this is one of the dishes you can have done for you after you go fishing, hang out the pool. You guys would be glad to make it for you, or they can bring it to your regular dinner. Have it as a side plate. Well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. Another Dorado. We got a bunch of Dorado around the boat. Randy just had a nice one. We got another bigger one coming up on the baits. I'm trying to see what size these guys are. I got one here. Oh, here comes a whole school of them. They're crashing the boat now, like we saw the other day. Here comes a whole school of them. Here, I got a little one on here. Set the hook, there you go. Randy's on another one. We got a little Dorado here. I'm gonna grab a live bait and go catch another one. Randy's on. Skipper's got one. It's wide open Dorado. You gotta leave one in the water, or the school will take off. I'm getting bit. There we go, I got one. We got the whole school right next to the boat. We got a whole school of them swimming around here. Took another one. I'm gonna keep this one in the water. Thing about Dorado, if you bring all the Dorado out of the water, the whole school will take off. So I'm gonna leave this one in the water right here next to the boat. Good job. I'm gonna see if I can get another one. There you go. Good job. Let's see if there's more with them. All right, Randy. I think you're ready to do some more ocean fishing.
Okay.
This is just the warm-up, the Dorado. We still got to go get you a billfish.
All right.
All right?
Pretty awesome.
All right.
Good fighters.
Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more action right here in Sport Fishing in the beautiful East Cape. Nice job. This week, the Tackle Box is brought to you by Magic Metal Jigs and B52 Bucktail Jigs. Ask for them at your local tackle shop. This week in the Tackle Box, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing down here in the East Cape. Now, we're catching Dorado and other species too, but especially with Dorado, I want to talk to you about using artificial baits. Now, lots of times people want to throw jigs, lures at these Dorado, and you really have to stop yourself from doing that. Because a big Dorado, all these Dorados will jump out of the water, and a big Dorado, when he jumps out of the water and he's holding your jig, what he's really holding is basically an arrow. And your rod becomes a bow. And these fish jump so much that lots of times they're going to spit that lure out, and the lure is going to come flying back and it's going to hit you. I've had them bounce off my chest. I've been lucky I haven't got hooked in the head on them. But I've seen lots of people that have taken hooks from big Dorados jumping and throwing lures. That's why when you're out there, I really recommend, if you can, use bait. Doesn't matter if it's live or dead bait, big hook, and that's the best way to get the Dorado. These jigs will catch Dorado. Do you not have to worry about that. They'll hook them. But again, as a safety issue, I really recommend that you use bait. If a hook comes flying at you with a piece of bait on it, it's not going to hurt you as much as a 6-ounce or 8-ounce jig flying back at you with treble hooks on it. So that's my little tip here in the tackle box today. We were in waters with lots of Dorado. Don't bother throwing a metal jig at them, or even a light jig, something like this Magic Metal Light. You want to just use that live bait. All right, well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. Probably gonna be the last Dorado before we go fish for the marlin. It's getting about that time of day. Yesterday reports were the marlin showed up around 12 noon, and it's almost noon now. But we had a good morning bite, lots of Dorado, and Randy got that really big one that we got on the ballyhoo. But most of them have been the smaller grade, and a bunch of little skipjack too. Running all over the place. Looks so pretty when they jump. It's over here. Oh, jumped in the boat. There's my little Dorado. Swallowed the hook. We've been trying to release a bunch of them, but this one swallowed it really bad. Sort of glee, so we're going to keep that one. It's day 2. We're out here at the beautiful East Cape. We're about 45 miles south of the hotel, and we're still, staying at a beautiful hotel, Buena Vista Beach Resort. And the skipper has us out. Like I said, 45 miles. Right now we're chasing some porpoise, circling around the porpoise. We got cedar plugs out, some hoochie, some B-52 bucktails, and we have them right on the surface, and we're just circling the porpoise, trying to see if we can get a tuna to come up and bite it. Now, if we find a pocket of tuna that gets really aggressive and active, we've got live bait here, and all we'll do is start chumming some of this bait out and try to get the tuna to go. So right now we're just searching for the tuna, using the hoochies and using the jigs, and see if we can get those fish to go. And like I said, once we get those fish to bite, we get them active, then we'll slam them with all this live bait that we got. We were just cruising along with all that school of porpoise, and Deckhand was up above working a hoochie. I was tossing out sardinas, little sardinas, right in front of the porpoise, and then we saw a boil. Saw a couple of tuna come flying through the air, and right after that we got bit. Here's the fish. Nice tuna. This is a good quality tuna. What, 40 pounds, 30 pounds, 35 pounds? About 40 pounds. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
It's gonna make some great sashimi. Got that fish on the cedar plug, yellowfin tuna, and for his first yellowfin tuna ever, it's a nice quality fish. It's gonna taste really good. Broke the jig. Beautiful fish. Mas. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Go, Randy.
¿Una foto? ¿Una foto?
So how'd you enjoy catching that Dorado, Randy?
That was a lot of fun. It's a pretty nice fish.
And it wasn't a big Dorado. You saw yesterday, we saw those 50-pounders.
Yeah,
But those little fish are still fun to pull on.
they are. They fight very hard.
And compared to what you used to catching at home,
That's
a little different.
Yep, they're pretty big and pretty hard fighting.
Are you enjoying your first trip down here to Baja?
This is very awesome. I had a blast.
Great. All right, well, we're going to take a little break from the action right now. When we return, I'll be giving you this week's tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is brought to you by Magic Metal Jigs and Bucktail Jigs. For this week's tip of the week, I just want to tell you, if you haven't had a trip down the East Cape in a long time, it's time to come on back. It's just a great place to go fishing. I've been coming down here for 25 years. Always feel safe. The fishing's great. And the resort we're at today is a Buena Vista Beach Resort. It's a beautiful resort, Hotel Buena Vista, here in the middle of the East Cape, run by the Valdez family. They do a great job. And fishing with me today was Randy. He was a prize winner from Game Saver. He won a sweepstakes, came out and fished with me. He's from Idaho. It's a little bit different experience, huh?
It's a great experience. It's a lot of fun. Some big fish.
Yeah, he got some nice fish today. And I'd like to thank the Valdez family again. They're just great hosts. We had a great time. For Randy and myself, I'm Dan Hernandez, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing. Thanks, man.